Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I'm going to review the second season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I'm also going to compare it with Gosei Sentai Dairanger. Now, the season starts when the Rangers and some other teenagers were doing some kind of dirt bike thing for charity on the Moon Palace. Rita was about to hatch another plan as usual, but then the palace shook and we meet the new villain of the series, which is Lord Zed, who is well, Rita's boss, and he arrived because of Rita's failure. Now, Zed is an original villain created for the show, but if he were to have a Dairenja counterpart, it would be Goma Yugosei, however it's called. But once again, Lord Zed is an original character. And his appearance is that exposed muscles and a metallic exoskeleton. Zed also has its own set of bodies, known as the C bodies. Now, entire Ninja, uh, they didn't have C bodies. Instead, they use this piece called Kotobodoros. But they decided to keep the whole body things for Power Rangers, only to make them look different. And Zed sent them down to Earth to fight the Rangers. And the Rangers, well, they fought them and found that the sea bodies have a weakness, and that is to hit the sea on the chest. Now, Zed also created a monster called Piranha's Head, and Piranha's Head, he took control of the swords, and when the Rangers went back to the command center, Zordon told them that they need new swords. And they were given, yes, and these swords are the Thunder Swords. And Dairenja, they were called Kitenjus. Now, Zack, he got the Lion Thunder Sword, making his Dairenja counterpart Shoji. Kimberly got the Firebird Thunder Sword, which was called Kitenyu O, and Dairenja, making her counterpart Rin. Let's see, oh yes, Billy got the Unicorn Thunder Sword, making his counterpart, oh, Daigo. Also, in Dairenja, the unicorn was a Pegasus. In Trini, she got the Griffin Thunder Sword, making her counterpart Gazoo. And the Griffin was a in Dairanger, it was a Killing. And Jason, he got the Red Dragon Thunder Sword, which was making his counterpart Rio. Now another thing is that they didn't use the suits from Dairanger. Instead, they kept the Ranger suits for the second season. And also, Tommy didn't get a new sword because it is unknown if he has enough power to control a new sword. So for the time being, he still has to use a dragon sword. But in order to gain these new swords, the Rangers must first get control of the old swords. And Billy, he invented a device to gain control of the old swords, and once the Rangers succeeded, But once they about to get control of the old swords, said he managed to destroy the dinosaurs. And yes, back at the command center, it was revealed that Alpha managed to save parts of the new swords to get the Thunder Swords ready, and they did. And the Thunder Swords combined become the Thunder Mega Sword, which was called Daireno and Dairenja. Yes, and they destroyed Paradise Head and won the first battle of the season. And let's see. Now, for the next few episodes, Lord said he wanted to, train Tommy of the rest. Oh, you forgot to mention something else that in season 2, Bulk and Skull, hatched out schemes to find out the Power Rangers' identities, which always failed. Now, Lord said he's been making schemes to train Tommy of the rest of his Green Ranger powers because he wanted to eliminate any trace of Rita's failure. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that because of Rita's failure, Lord said he shrunk Rita down and put her in a new space dumpster and sent her away. And Rita declared that she will return. Now we get to the episode Green No More, where said he finally got Tommy to be trained of the rest of his Green Ranger powers, and it was stored in a crystal for said to create his own Dark Rangers. Of course, in part 2 of that episode, Tommy he managed to get the crystal and get his tremendous power back for one last battle, and the Rangers won. And of course, this means that Tommy is no longer the Green Ranger. Now we get to the episode Missing Green, where Jason he blames himself for causing Tommy to lose his powers in the first place. You know, from what happened in season 1. And Sid had a scheme to train the powers from the rest of the Rangers. In the same way, Tommy lost his the first time around. Of course, Jason he managed to save his friend's powers, and oh yes, there was a battle where with the Red Dragon Sword and Warrior mode, and defeated the monster Pipe Brain, who was called Parent String and Dairenja. Now we get to a few episodes later. We get to the two-part episode White Light. And what happened was that Sordan and Alpha they started a secret mission, and they didn't tell the Rangers about it. And when a monster that they created was causing trouble, well, the Rangers went to the command center and found that everything was shut down and wondered where they went, what's going on. And at the end of part 1, Billy, he went to investigate and found a lower chamber and saw that Sword and Alpha were making a new Ranger. In part 2, the Rangers were talking about it, and yes, they wonder why Tommy couldn't have these powers. But Jason said that they should trust Sordan and Alpha's judgment and accept whoever this new ranger is. And then they got called to command center, and Sordan and Alpha, yes, introduced the new White Ranger, who yes came down slowly, and then Sordan told the White Ranger, yes, the Ranger's costume is white with a black and gold armor, a white helmet with a black visor, and a golden thing on top of the helmet. Well, anyway, yes. Well, the White Ranger was told to reveal his identity to the others, and it was revealed to be Tommy. Yes, he became the new White Ranger, and he was also given a sword called Saba, which can talk, and in Dairenja, Saba was called Byakushinken. And this makes Tommy's counterpart from Dairenja Go. A big major difference is that in Dairenja, Go was a 9-year-old boy. Yes. Oh, and also, Tommy, he was given control of the White Tiger Sword, which was called One Taiga and Dairenja. And unlike the Green Ranger powers, the new White Ranger power was made from the goodness of light, which can never be taken away, no matter what. Let's see. Now, oh yeah, and also Tommy became the new leader. Now, a few episodes later, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that when the White Tiger combines with the Firebird, Lion, Unicorn, and Griffin, it becomes the Tiger Megazord, which was called the, oh yes, Kipatayo in Dairenja. Let's see, episodes later, we meet 3 new teenagers, a guy named Rocky DeSantis, a girl named Aisha Campbell, and a guy named Adam Park. And they were introduced to the Rangers and during the karate tournament. Well, Lord Set shows them to be his new evil warriors, and the Rangers had to rescue them. And during the 3-part episode, they were, well, they had to go for another battle, more than once. But eventually, the Rangers managed, well, Billy, Tommy, and Kimberly managed to rescue the new friends. Of course, the snake that was used to fight the new friends, well, it got to Billy, and well, his helmet had to be removed so he can breathe. And well, the new teenagers, they saw the whole thing, and then Tommy and Kimberly took off their helmets to reveal themselves to, yes, and at the command center, it was revealed that Alpha did a background check, and it was revealed that these 3 could be trusted, and they took an oath to never reveal the identities of the Power Rangers. Now, episodes later, there was this thing where 3 students from Sugar High were chosen to be part of a peace conference in Switzerland. The 3 teenagers were Zach, Trini, and Jason. Yes, and because of this, three new people need to take their place as the red, yellow, and black rangers. And so we have the episode The Power Transfer, where the rangers had to go to the abandoned planet to seek out the Sword of Light. And Lord said he did not want the rangers to get the sword, so he sent his new sword, Serpentera, which was called the Dairenja, I think it was, in Dairenja. And then, well, in Dairenja, the Rinju hated conflict and would stop any fights. Also, we were not in this same episode, but another episode, we were introduced to Thor, the Shuttle Sword, which was called Taimugen in Dairenja. And and Taimugen was also to the from a human man named Kameo. I see. And back to the power transfer. The Rangers succeeded in getting the sword. Of course, Sand wouldn't make it easy for them, but they managed to get out of the way and got back to Earth, the command center. And now that they got what they need, they sent they teleported the new candidates for the ceremony, and of course it was Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. Rocky became the Red Ranger, making yes, and Adam became the Black Ranger, and Aisha became the Yellow Ranger. And their predecessors, they left. Now, the real life reason for this change was because, well, see, since the people who played Jason, Trini, and Zack, well, they wanted more to be paid more, especially to how well the show was doing during that time. But because Power Rangers was a non-union series, High Japan didn't have any legal obligation to uh, give them more money. So uh, the former Ranger actors they left, and they had to replace. But anyway, back to the show. See, there's an episode where we're into the power cannon, which is called the Kryuta Bazooka and Dairenja. And now we get to the three-part episode, The Wedding. Oh, I forgot to mention that with the when Door is combined with the Other Thunder Swords, it became the Thunder Older Sword. Yes. Now once again, we get to the three-part episode, The Wedding, where Rita returned and she managed to find a way to steer the space dumpster. And she met up with Finster, who brought her back to the regular size. And she told Finster to make a love potion to use on Zed when he was only. Yes, and once Sid was under the influence of the potion, he asked Rita to be his wife, and she agreed. Of course, Goldar wasn't thrilled about it, and yes, he knew there was something wrong. Also, at the same time, the Rangers went on a trip to Australia. This was because that's where the movie was being filmed. Yes, and anyway, Finster he put a test on Alpha to make him bad, and yes, he sent the Rangers in some kind of haunted theater, abandoned theater, where the Rangers' powers won't work, and he yes caused a lot of trouble at the command center. And during that time, the wedding was being held, and Sid and Rita officially became married. And at the end of the three-part episode, the Rangers escaped and managed to remove the evil taste from Alpha, and yes, got things to get fixed and brought Sword back. Let's see, episodes later, we get to the famous three-part episode called Return of the Green Ranger, where Rita she summoned this being called the Dark Wizard or something to make a clone of Tommy to become the new evil Green Ranger. And the Rangers, except for Tommy, were sent back in time to Angel Grove's colonial past, where they were accused of being witches. And yes, the events will span out 3 episodes. And yes, well, the Rangers went back to the 20th century. Oh, and yes, the clone was no longer under the influence of evil magic. And, well, the two Tommies, they went back to colonial times and started to fix the trouble that was caused by the Dark Wizard. And, well, the Green Ranger Tommy decided to stay in that time period. And White Ranger Tommy, he went back to the present, and yes, and that was the end of that episode. And yeah, I think I end right here because, well, the rest of the season was like a few two-parters and a few fillers, but that's it. I don't think I want to talk more about it, but well, what I think of the series, the season of the watching Dairenja, yeah, I think it was alright. I mean, I see how what able to do with the footage they could use. Of course, there were some things that they didn't use for obvious reasons, but yeah, I think that's all I can say for the second season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in its comparison with Dairenja. And oh yes, full episodes of the season are available on Power Rangers official YouTube channel, along with episodes of season 1. And yes, I think that's it. And also, please subscribe to my channel because it will help me a lot. And also, please share this video on social media like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. So that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye.